Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gaming Saloon as we begin our big topic discussion of prices on gaming today. Now, we're not going to be really doing console as much as we're going to be doing games because consoles are one thing, games are mainly another, and it's all because of what came out recently.
Why do I have a bad feeling we're going to wind up on consoles?
I doubt that.
Okay, we've
Because
been
that's
getting
the
off topic all night.
true.
I have a bad feeling we're going to get way off on this one.
We'll have to wait and see.
I have a
But
bad feeling. I have a bad feeling that we're gonna end up hating this company in a little while.
Oh, I have very little tolerance for some of EA's stupid moves.
yeah,
Yeah, so
Just
do
putting
I.
it that way.
But according to a Q&A from Game, a UK retailer, PlayStation 4 titles, not Xbox One, the article is wrong there, unless there's another Q&A unless there's an Xbox One Q&A that says the same thing, but according to a PlayStation 4 FAQ, PlayStation 4 games will cost $54.99. Now, that is in British pounds. Does that mean anything to Americans? Not really. But if you take $54.99, that is an increase from the normal price.
By what, about $5?
Little more than that if you take GTA 5 as the standard, because that was third like $40 on Amazon.uk as pre-order. That was £40. There was a lot of variation there, so it's an increase, a lot of increase, and converting that to American money, that bumps up prices by about $20.
Holy jeez.
Ooh.
So that would put them at the $80 limit as far as releasing?
Strictly converting, 84 and change.
It'd be 80 then, because usually they try to put it on a 10 for the US.
Or a 9.
Yeah.
They love them 9s.
Be 79.99.
Yeah. They don't like to be flat dollars. No, we want that change.
You know why? It has to
No.
do with how the human mind thinks. You read something 79.99, you're not going to factor in the change. You're going to think it's $79. That's how your mind's going to look at that. If they put 80, it's going to look at it as 80. Even though it's 1 penny less, your mind's going to treat it as 79 instead of 80.
That is a good point. I do that a lot when I describe prices because I describe everything as $60 new, which is technically not true. It's actually more than $60 new once you factor in taxes.
Yeah.
But it's about like 64, 63 bucks new.
Should be about 65
I
with our
don't.
tax anyhow.
Yeah, I don't have my receipt for Last of Us like right offhand. Like, oh, hang on.
Because our tax is like almost 10%.
65.84 is what I paid for Last of Us on release date. So yeah,
Yeah.
so about 66 bucks. So we're looking at about $20 increase approximately. Now,
When
does
you
this?
factor in taxes, 22.
Yeah. Now, does this mean we as Americans are going to get it? Maybe. I'd be guaranteeing yes. If EA is gonna do this to UK, they're going to do it to everywhere else. But this is worrisome to me. Why? Because $60 is a bit too much for some games right now.
Yeah.
Especially you, EA.
I've not seen anything EA that has even remotely caught my attention to picking up at $60 limit as it is.
Yeah. And now you think, oh, EA is going to be releasing some of their games at $80 a pop. Yeah.
Well, what did we say back when E3 was going on. First console to wind up with a price increase on games is going to be the first one to go down.
And technically, this is not
Exactly.
it's PlayStation 4, but this is EA doing it.
Exactly. EA is going to go down quick.
No, this is a horrible idea.
Because you think about that. What's their major draw right now?
Sports
Exactly.
titles.
Guess what? People aren't going to want to spend $80 every year.
No.
Sales are going to plummet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the graphics are getting better. Yeah, they're trying to keep the rosters updated and all that.
But it's a yearly...
It's a yearly patch.
Yeah.
You're seriously paying $80 a year for something they could release in a DLC patch.
Yes. This has got like horrible idea written all over it. I'm just like, no, EA, you fools.
Exactly.
And here's the worst thought I had. And I forgot to look this up before show. Who started online passes?
EA. If I'm not mistaken.
I think it was EA. If it wasn't them, it was somebody.
If it wasn't them, it might have... Yeah, I was going to say it was either THQ or it might have been Activision. I'm not entirely sure.
But yeah. Now think about this for a second. We know how fast season passes took off.
Yeah.
Well, not season passes, because they're a nice little way to get all DLC off the bat and cheaper too. The online passes is what I mean.
Yeah, the online passes.
Yeah. But think of how fast those took off.
Yeah.
Because they were successful. I say successful because they were probably monetarily successful, PR successful. That took a shit in the bed. Because nobody liked that.
No, because if you rented or borrowed the game, you could not do anything online.
Yes. Now, what do you think is going to happen if this is successful? Because remember, EA is the only one who's done this.
If this is successful, you're meaning to tell me you're even giving it a chance at being successful?
Online passes somehow got to be successful, so...
Successful monetarily, like you said, that was it.
That's what I mean, successful monetary. It doesn't matter what it won't matter. If people start seeing dollar signs off this, they're going to do it.
But, okay. You're sitting there thinking about something like that. The only people getting any money off of it is EA. Because as soon as you buy that game, the most any of these used game places are going to want to take it in for is $5, maybe $10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're completely out that $70, and I'm just considering that they're going up to 80 for us. We're not 100% sure on that, but I'm just assuming. So you would be out that $70 right there, off the spot. Just completely out, whether you played that game a bunch or played it once. That just don't seem right.
Yeah, my main thing with this is $60 is a hard sell for some games these days.
For most anymore.
Yeah. $80.
That's
going to make it even harder.
That's just even impossible. Because, okay, yeah, I spent $100 on Halo 4, but guess what? I was happy with that $100 I spent on it, because everything I spent after the $60 for the game paid for itself. I got all the DLC maps, minus the one that is excluded from the season pass that I found out about, and I'm kind of pissed. But
Isn't that free?
I don't know. I don't
I
think there's
swear,
been a whole lot of information besides what's in it.
I picked up one map which was just like Forge Island and it was free.
Oh, Forge Island's free. That's
Oh.
not the one I'm talking about. There's a new one.
Then I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's supposed to add armory stuff and a couple of... One map from Halo 2, and then I think it's got another map that is new. But
I think I know what you're talking about because I saw a trailer for it, but I don't remember. It was like 2 weeks ago.
but it's not going to be considered as part of the season pass.
Yeah.
So therefore, legendary pre-orders don't get it either. But still, I'm fine with spending that $100 on Halo 4. I got stuff with it.
And you spent $100 on not just the game. You spent it on a collector's edition.
Exactly.
This is $80
on just the
for
playing
the-
game.
Yeah, for the game alone.
I cannot see justifying that even if it was Halo 4. And yeah, I spent $100. But guess what? If the game went up to 80, guess what that pack would be? That pack would go up to 120.
Mm-hmm.
At least. So, I couldn't see spending that. Even in comparison to that. If it came down to that, yeah, that's only $20 more. I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. And I want to make this clear. We're not saying this because, we won't be able to spend money on games. We'll be able to buy a game we want. It's just, we're going to have to be even more picky with what we want. Because thinking $80 in the game that's not a drop in the bucket.
And I'm sorry, even $60, they're going to have to either sell me on the game or it be a game that I like.
Yeah.
Case in point, Halo 4. Pretty much from the start, I planned on buying it. It wasn't until they kept winning me more and more over that I decided to get the collector's edition part of it. So, how are you going to sell someone on an $80 game?
Alone.
I mean, if it's going to be $80, I would at least like to see you get all the DLC with it.
Yeah. If we're talking $80 a pop, there better be stuff in there from the get-go, because $80 alone for some games is just not there.
Well, okay.
And sometimes it's hard to judge. Yeah.
Case in point, any of your sports games, even right now, do you even see justifying $60 for them?
Are we talking the professional sports games?
Yeah, your FIFA and all of those.
At the most, maybe an NASCAR game if it impressed me enough, but that's not happening.
My point exactly.
At the most.
My point exactly. I couldn't even see really any of the EA sports games. I could see justifying 40. But 60, no.
Yeah. At the most, if I want to play one of the EA sports titles, I'll rent it.
Because
that's my go-to option.
Well, that's because most of your sports games, once you play it once, it's the same thing every time you play it. Nothing really changes. I mean, obviously, like with the NASCAR and stuff like that does change a little bit.
Maybe you could probably say that for some of the sports titles, but still.
But
game of football every time.
Yeah. FIFA, game of soccer every time.
Yeah.
I mean, NHL, game of hockey every time. To me, I just don't see justifying that.
Yeah. And as I was going to say, it's sometimes hard to judge, like, is a game worth that amount of money? Because what do you judge that on? Objectively speaking. Do you judge it on hours? Because if so, Well, but how many titles are going to be worth that?
Honestly, that are out there right now, I can't think of hardly any that would be worth $80 by itself.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth there.
Yeah. Even I go $80. I don't know. It's like I have to like be really invested in it. Do it.
When I hear that $80 mark out there, I could maybe see it for a game like Skyrim that is so huge and takes so long to beat.
Yeah.
I might could see it for something like that because of how in-depth it is.
Yeah.
But unless it's a game like that at that $80 limit, I kind of there needs to be something there.
And just to let you know, folks, this is coming from at least one person who has spent $80 on a figure, an SH Figure Arts. I've spent at least $80 on SH Figure Arts before. Trust me. So, I've spent $80 on something before. Spending $80 on a game feels like it has to be something really. It has to be something really appealing to me. Really appealing to me. Like, I just like, I just don't see this. This just got bad idea written all over it.
Yeah, it does. It's got horrible idea written all over it.
Yeah.
Because
And
I've got to question how many gamers actually would be willing to spend that much for any game, even if it's their favorite game.
yeah.
I mean, you're talking about plain Jane, no DLC, no bells and whistles. You don't even get a poster with it.
Yeah. This is the game.
And it's like, eh.
And not just, and we're not talking like $80 used, $80 brand new. Brand new. Ah,
I could maybe see them saying that pre-order period, they're going to go up to that price. And then, like, maybe the day or two after release, bring it back down to where normal is. Because, of course, make your profit off of them pre-orders.
yeah.
But to say that it's going to come straight out at that price, it's like,
Uh, and, I may not know, like, the ins and outs of game making, especially in terms of budget. But, I would probably agree with Cliff Kowinski in saying it's like budgets aren't getting cheaper. True. But, I think I can see like why this price increase is kind of happening because of budget. Developers and publishers and all these people need more money. Not need, need, not want. Need the money.
but to this, you've also got to sit back and think. You've got Activision and EA both making games every year.
Hmm.
They need to sit back and think, okay, if I'm making games every year and I'm not making a profit, something's wrong there. What
Yeah.
can we do to fix that? I mean, look at EA. For the most part, they could do one game every 4 or 5 years. And instead of doing a new game every year, do DLC updates every year.
Yeah.
DLC takes a lot less resources, requires a lot lower budget, because they're just patching it.
Yeah.
Why not do that? They're using the same engine on every single one of these games. They're just upping the graphics.
Yeah.
Because when you get down to the core of FIFA, NASCAR, Madden, they're all the same principle.
And I'm
The-
sure a lot of resources between games are shared,
Exactly.
which might save them money, but still.
I mean, if it was me, that's what I would do. I would just make one game every so many years and just throw patches out throughout there, rather than a new game every year. Look at Activision with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They've been using the same engine since Call of Duty 2. I bet you they're going to be the next one saying, we might ought to do a price increase.
If those two do it, two more will do it. If those four do it, four more will do it. If those 8 do it,
Yeah, everyone's going to be doing it before too long.
because that's kind of what industries do sometimes. If they see one person successful, it's like, oh, they're successful with this. Let's do this with our own little thingy on it. Except not quite. That's what Asylum is. They take blockbuster titles like Pacific Rim, Lincoln, or Abraham Lincoln Fire Hunter, and they pretty much make a knockoff. I think their knockoff of Pacific Rim was Atlantic Rim. Some of the same things. They're just doing a knockoff of it to get money. Because if people see Pacific Rim and they see Atlantic Rim, they think the two are related. That's just how, like, the mind works. It's like you see one, you see the other, it's like, oh, they might be related.
Yeah.
No, they're not. But, this is... No, why? I sense bad things coming from this. This is... I wouldn't be too worried if this was, like, a rumor or from like an inside source maybe, because I'm like, okay, then yeah, there's no way to confirm this. No, this is coming from a retailer in their Q&A.
Yeah.
This is coming from a company that sells games.
Talking
They
to
know
them.
this. Yeah. They know this. They wouldn't say this if it wasn't true. And of course, you know what also worries me? The only reason I heard this piece of news was that I heard it in a chat room. I did not see this on Game Trailers. As far as I know, Game Trailers didn't cover this. IGN didn't cover this, as far as I know.
Wow.
My two major fallbacks, as far as I know, neither one of them caught this. The one. Not only even though GameSpot is, I don't know if any major internet website has heard this.
Jeez.
That also makes me go, is nobody paying attention to this, or is this somehow been debunked? Because as far as I know, this isn't debunked. Sony hasn't been like, no, it's not. No, I haven't heard any debunking of this. Legit. It's getting me concerned. And Glock, you've been really silent through all this.
Sorry, I just have nothing to say.
Oh.
Wait, you have nothing to say? Wow. Usually we don't have a big topic that you have nothing to say about.
The only thing I really want to say is EA is stupid.
Tell us something we don't know. This is like the, 100th time they've done something retarded in the
Yes.
past year?
Because sometimes EA does
Yeah.
not make the right decision. Or make good decisions. I use the term sometimes kind of loosely. Kind of.
Well, kind of to knock EA a little bit more right here. EA calling the PS4 and the Xbox One a generation ahead of PC.
Ha!
Yeah, we've seen the specs.
You are not.
Yeah, no, they're not
No.
ahead. You get you a good gaming computer and it's ahead.
Yeah.
By a long shot.
And guess what? While Xbox One, PlayStation 4 will hold steady, PC's only going to get better.
Yeah.
In terms of what it can do.
Yeah.
Because it's not a defined box.
Well, and what people don't realize is just because the PS1, the Xbox One and the PS4 are kind of at the top of the gaming side, doesn't mean they're the best. That just means that them companies finally have the resources to do that stuff.
And the reading down bottom, kind of looking all that over, it was like, oh yeah, EA did that. But that's 2 games. This isn't their entire library for the next generation as of right now. That's a difference between the two. This is a blanket increase, not a, oh, these 2 games increase. And like we said, if EA's successful with this...
But look at the 2 games that they did that with and got success out of.
Call of Duty and Call of Duty.
Black Ops and MW2.
Uh-huh.
That has to be 2 of the more loved Black Ops titles. Call of Duty titles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not Call of Duty, it's COD.
We're not talking about Fish Glock.
No. Call of Duty died a long time ago. COD took over the name. You really don't want me getting into that story.
Which is why we're talking about prices.
When you're talking about pricing for 2 Call of Duty games, no. You can't compare that to sports games. You can't compare that to everything else that EA does.
Yeah.
That don't work.
Yeah, you can't compare that to the success NFL. The NFL can have, or not NFL, Madden, or the NASCAR titles, or FIFA, or any of those other games can have.
Because, let's face it, I know as far as the competitive side of things, sports games kind of suck.
But I know,
especially racing games, apparently. Ooh, I need to check on that.
And I know FIFA's successful elsewhere, but not here. Because
FIFA has probably been one of the more successful ones, but there again, like you said, not here.
Yeah, not in America. Everywhere else, because, okay, how much do you think soccer is really enrooted in America?
Very little.
Take it overseas. It's huge.
Yeah.
You have people riot for soccer. Riot for it.
Name me
We
anyone
only
that
see
does
that.
that for football.
Yeah, we may see that for like the finals, like maybe the finals or the championship match. This is just when two rivals face each other.
Yeah. I mean, that's why FIFA does good.
Because you have people who love soccer. And they're
And
like, FIFA? Yes.
and they love it to the point of they will sit there and beat the ever-loving crap out of the team they hate the most.
Yeah. There's
And
visceral hatred for that team.
yeah. But even with that, you've got to wonder if those people are still going to be willing to pay the little bit extra for it.
Yeah.
It might look like a little bit extra now, but over time, it's like they paid for an extra game and didn't get that extra game.
Okay, you
And
look.
that's only...
You look. If they're going up 5, I think it's actually euros, ain't it?
It's pounds, actually.
Oh, it is the pound.
Those are pounds. Those are
it's
pounds.
the British pound. It's not the euro.
Okay. Well, they're essentially the same, and I say that loosely because I know there is a little bit of a difference, but it's not enough.
Wait, I thought the euros and the
euros
the
and the pounds
the dollar
still coincide together.
Oh, I thought the euros and the dollars were more closely together.
They're kind of close. They're about like $9 off ish.
I didn't think it was that bad.
54.99 British pounds converts to 3.74 euro.
Huh.
Again, with my at current conversion rates. I have a bookmark on your currency conversion.
But you sit down and think about that though. £5 more. They're paying 55. So within 11 years, that's when that happens. That would really not be that bad. When you're talking about converting that over in our dollars, that's where the problem usually comes into effect.
Yeah.
Because that is a lot more of a gap.
And they may not strictly convert it. They may loosely convert it. I don't know.
Even if they raise it $10, you're going to have people complaining about it because who's really going to pay 70 even for a sports title?
Yeah.
Unless they're just completely addicted to it, there's not going to be that many people that are going to do that. And even if they do that, who's to say they're going to do it every year? That's the big questions right there.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this seems like this seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
And this is, and like I said, EA5 on Amazon.uk was about, what, $40 I said? 40 pounds, as I said? That's more than a $5 increase. You take that as standard. I don't know what the standard is for British pounds in terms of gaming.
Apparently it was 49.
Okay. Personally, this is me just going, worrisome. And and now that I think about it, I go, why didn't I hear this from elsewhere?
That's
Why did I
making
have
me
to hear?
wonder if they might not have backed out of that.
Yeah.
Because like you mentioned, it isn't in one of them bigger ones.
Yeah.
It could be they just haven't gotten it yet.
And this is also from a chat room where British viewers were. I believe. All right, no, it wasn't. It was in another stream that I heard this from. I was thinking that it was in a stream where it was a stream where the broadcaster's from Britain, but no, it's not. It was another stream where I got this from. I heard this in a chat room. I didn't hear this from anywhere else. I don't think any of your website's covering this. So I'm like, well, why is no one covering this? Did Sony back out of this and I not know? Because as far as I know, they didn't. If they did, there would be an update on an article saying, hey, this isn't the case. And there isn't. So this is up to date as far as I know. I think that pretty much covers that topic.
I
It's been
think
gone
it does.
for probably a little less than an hour.
About 40 minutes.
Alrighty then. Guess we'll move on to our releases of the week, next couple of weeks then.
Took long enough.
Releases.
Alrighty then.
And try to find out where we're at. We're actually on the next page.
But just want to draw your attention to that page. See that picture for Kid Icarus Virtual Console?
Yeah.
I believe that's from Captain N.
Huh.
I don't know why that's there, but it is. Alrighty then. Looks like we're going to be picking up from the 29th for on PC.
What the freak is What the freak is League of Mermaids?
I don't know.
What the freak?
Where in the crap do you see that?
Last week. And
I don't remember covering any of some of these.
I don't either.
and
No.
game trailers thingy is broken for IE.
That's wonderful to hear.
Must be CS.
Yeah, because it doesn't load
CSS3
a
and
new page.
HTML5.
Yeah, because it doesn't load a new page.
Could be JavaScript.
Yeah.
Our JavaScript on our site was kind of screwy with IE. That's why I threw that disclaimer.
It's not wanting to go anywhere.
But like I said, on the 29th for PC and 360, Deadfall Adventures. Don't know what that is.
You and me both.
Next up on 360, Anya, The Complete Tale.
Huh.
Okay. Don't know what that is either.
Me neither.
From Nordic Games. Never heard of it. On PC on the 31st, we got Rise of the Triad. Never heard of that. And
Neither.
something I've actually heard of. On the Wii U on August 4th. August 4th? August 4th. I don't know what I'm thinking. August 4th, Pikmin 3 comes out. That should be a good game.
Pikmin.
I need to make sure where my stopping point is.
We stop at the 9th.
Next up, PC, Divinity Dragon Commander. On 6, PC, Dragon's Crown. Woo! Coming out on the Vita and PS3. Wait, it's out on the PS3? I might actually want to pick that up. That's from the same people who did Muramasa.
Huh.
I had no clue that was coming out on the PS3. I thought it was Vita only.
They've got PS3 box art right there.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's legit.
I just had no clue. Also on the 6th, Mortal Kombat Complete Edition coming out on the PC, although I believe it's already out. Because I know somebody said somebody on my Twitter said he was playing it on the PC.
On PC or on the Vita? Because they're showing Vita box art.
Yeah, that's not the first time they've done this. Game Trailers even has its derps with its release calendar.
Yeah, but at least theirs does not say that the Wii U's coming out on the Vita.
Next up, also on the 6th, Planes coming out on all Nintendo hardware and the PC.
You know why? Nintendo and Disney.
Yeah.
They gotta love each other. And
Uh,
also, it's another Disney movie, so...
Pixar movie, actually. It's a spin-off of Cars.
Yeah. I know you didn't mean for that to be a pun, but I took it that way right there.
Yeah. Also coming out on the 6th, Tales of Zillia. I hope people are excited about that. I'll probably be watching a stream at some point of that. I know of people who are wanting to pick up that game. I'm also on the 6th, Sims 3 Dragon Valley. Hybrid PC Mac. Okay. And finally on the 7th, PopCap Ultimate Edition on the PC. I'm assuming that's a whole bunch of PopCap games.
I would say so. And I'd venture to say Bejeweled is one of them.
Yeah.
Because that's about the only seller they've got. Well, about.
Other than Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah. PVZ's pretty good.
But with that said, that goes out to the releases and moves us on to the quick draws. And I got the massive quick draw because literally, yeah, actually it's Gaim now apparently. No, it's Gaim because fucking.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
found
know
out
why
after
people
the
think
fact.
go back. Why some people are calling it Gaim, even though I hear Gaimu in a trailer.
Because there's no U at the end of it.
Apparently the M is the moo sound.
Apparently.
But yeah, in one night, technically morning today in Japan, we got all the confirmation in the world we could want for the next rider. The 15th Heisei rider is not only a samurai, he is fruit themed. Don't run away just yet. We got more.
This sounds interesting.
Oh,
You've seen nothing yet.
No. Just to read a little thing of the setting, a little thing about what the plot of this show seems to be. The setting is an emerging city apparently controlled by a corporate giant. Bored kids use street dances to pass time. They also use small monsters called Imbus, which came from another dimension and hold secret battles. There are risks in using these as large holes become a passage for larger and powerful monsters to get to our world. To fight these, Comrade Gaim will stand up as a hero for justice.
I'm gonna wait on my fruit themed joke until you decide to.
I missed part of that
So you're
because of
special.
something that came up.
What? They're samurais with fruit themes, and they break dance. There are breakdancing teams in this show.
Oh my god, I'm gonna love this show.
But it gets better.
Better?
There are not just one rider at the beginning, not just 2, 5 riders have been confirmed.
5 riders?
All
Yes.
fruit themed.
Yes. And they all use various fruit powers. Like Gaim, he uses an orange. That's where the orange comes from. The orange. God damn it, that podcast has got me thinking of fruit jokes.
And you know what? I'm gonna say it now. I think for Gaimu, instead of him saying Hessian, he should say orange power.
As long as we don't have the annoying orange in this show, I'm okay.
I absolutely hate that thing.
To think that started out as an internet show.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. And then it somehow got onto Cartoon Network?
Because Cartoon Network is picking up the garbage of the internet.
And
That
also
is all
canceling,
there is to it.
also canceling decent shows like Young Justice.
Yeah, that
And Green
really
Lantern.
ticked me off. And what?
And the Green Lantern show. That was good too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But they've got to make room for regular show and all of them.
Ha, ha,
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Bad memory of the show. Anyway, not only can someone summon an orange powers, he can summon pineapple as well.
What?
As long as SpongeBob doesn't walk out of the pineapple, we're good.
Oh my freaking god.
I believe he has a watermelon too.
This is superpowered fruit ninja. I
Baron.
actually came up with a good joke.
Baron, the red one. Baron is the red one, and he has a banana spear.
Wait. He's red and he's got a banana spear?
Yes.
I so would have expected something apple themed. I really would have.
Mugen, the green one, uses grapes. Grinto, the brown one, uses coconuts. And Zangetsu uses melons. He's the white one. Gaimu, Ikoto Zirba, he is for Team Gain. Second dancer for Team Gain. I'm not going to go over all of this. It's a lot. Just know, a lot of characters. There are rival teams. And yeah. And guess what, folks? Guess who's writing this? The main writer for this.
I'm gonna go off on a very dangerous guess and guess the guy that did Decade and
No. This is a person who's doing his first writer show in terms of writing. Actually, his first writer show altogether. He's more known for anime. This is the guy who did Fate Zero, who was the main writer of not only the light novels, but the anime itself. For Fate Zero, he also did Madoka Magic. I recognize Madoka Magic because I watched a review of it. I still don't know what the hell I haven't really watched the show. So I recognize Fate Zero because we watched an episode of it for Rift Tracks. And do think of this this thing that he's writing, and I look at Fate Zero and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, right? Because Fate Zero is like super serious.
And there's no way that you could take it serious.
No!
Yeah, that is one of those,
We have samurai doing something like we have the samurai-themed Warring States style Kamen Rider show with fruit themes and breakdance teams.
Again, it's the new Fruit Ninja!
I don't know how he's going to make this serious, but I am so interested.
it's got my interest already.
Same here.
Because I'm like, okay.
When does this... It premieres the 6th? We might wind up doing this as a pick next season. One of our rewind pick kind of deals.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember when it premieres.
6th. October 6th.
Damn,
yeah.
You got it memorized, don't you?
No, I'm sitting here looking at it.
Sure,
It's at the
that's
bottom of the article highlighted on my screen right now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I barely knew that. Yeah, that's why Wizards go in 51 episodes.
Ooh,
Because
that's going to be a... Shutting up. Shutting up.
I don't know why Wizards go in 51 episodes. I don't know why Gaiman's not in the Wizard film, and I don't know why it's premiering in October. It's just how it is right now. And even then, there's going to be 2 specials. There's going to be a 2-week break in between Wizard and Gaimu, where 2 specials are going to air in place of Rider. One apparently is going to be a show-style hype, like a show-style preview for Gaimu. I don't know what the other one is. I only found out about the first one today. But like I said, guy who did Fate Zero is writing the show. Is the head writer of the show. So if somebody, by sheer miracle, this is serious, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. And I'm gonna be honest.
So,
As much as
banana,
people,
grape,
Yeah.
pineapple. Oh,
If you
sorry.
have-
Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm just looking.
yeah, and if you haven't noticed by now, if you scroll up to the top picture, yes, Gaimu is wielding a slice of orange as a sword.
That is awesome.
Now, if you think this is not ridiculous enough, we got a preview of the Henshin in the form of a comic. Just show that, Tommy,
Where?
in the chat.
Okay. The YouTube.
No, it's a JFusion. It should be just a picture link.
It's in the chat clock.
I'm looking in the chat. Oh,
Yes,
I mean
the
blog
blog
spot.
Yeah. that one.
Okay.
I'm just
What?
waiting.
Like I said, instead of him saying Henshin, he should say Orange Power.
Yes. As you can see,
'Cause
he
it-
summons the mighty Orange of Justice to surround him and put on the armor. He literally summons a giant orange. I swear to God, if this is for everybody, I can't take this show seriously anymore. I can't. I can't.
I could say something right now that would make you not want to watch it.
I mean,
He gets the annoying orange to swallow him.
oh dear God, no. But that will probably be one of the first jokes made. Just like the crotch touch was for Wizard.
Oh god.
Anyone sensing a Rider Orange slice coming?
Oh, don't worry. I've already heard like his final form's going to be a fruit salad.
Oh,
Trust me. Trust me. I've heard plenty of jokes for this show already.
this show's gonna be a good one just to sit through and make jokes about it.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna
It'll
be
be
good.
fantastic.
Oh,
As I was going to say, for people who think all this stuff is ridiculous, let me remind you of some of the previous themes we've dealt with. Cell phones that can turn into guns. USB devices that somehow hold the memories of the planet in various thematical ways.
that was a good one though.
Metals born from alchemy. Witches that hold space magic. Rings that hold actual magic.
Well, what about playing cards that hold other riders?
Yeah.
Playing cards that hold other riders. Playing cards used from other monsters. And playing cards of sealed zombies. I'm sorry, but this isn't the tip of the iceberg in terms of ridiculousness. This is just on par.
Yeah, yeah, in all honesty, yeah, you're exactly right.
And we've had a writer who uses a tuning fork to transform, and another writer who uses a tuning fork that turns into a sword. Tuning fork. And another that uses a trumpet as a gun. And time traveling bullet trains.
Oh yeah, the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
And Frankenstein and classic movie monsters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this is par for the course at this point. I'm like, this is ridiculous, but it's the kind of ridiculous I expect at this point.
I don't know, the fruit thing kind of just, that seems like a huge stretch right there to me, but I find it
Yes.
hilarious.
Yes, but it's entertaining. It's like, fruit, why not? And I know people are hung up on the fruit, but okay, after you see this picture, can you really be upset about the fruit?
No.
No.
I'm sorry, I look at this image and I'm like, I'm good. They fully accepted this shit's ridiculous. I'm okay with it now. I'm sorry. He transforms, and a giant orange falls on him, folds out into his armor.
It swallows him whole and spits him out a superhero.
It will definitely
No,
be.
he transforms before that, because you see he's got the blue suit on underneath.
Yeah.
So that means it's going to happen for every single one of them. That means we're going to have bananas falling and
Coconut.
turning into armor, melons falling and
Coconuts.
turning into armor.
Coconut.
Grapes.
Yes!
Which grapes might just be a giant grape.
No, grapes might be like he gets surrounded by a bunch of grapes.
Okay, yeah, that one I can see a lot more.
And as
Just
Ega
grapes
Devil
kind of
said
come in everywhere and just.
As Ega Devil said on Twitter, we must be getting a durian rider / form that is all smelly and smells terrible. It's all spiny and smells terrible. I agree with him. I demand a stinky rider. I demand a durian rider, damn it. I'm just okay with this.
I still think, you said the red and yellow one. I can't remember what the name you said
Madden.
it was. But you said that his was banana. I'm sorry. To me, that looks more like apple.
Okay, bear in mind, when I'm saying the fruit, that's the outer armor. That doesn't count the main suit. You know how Gaimu's, he's primarily blue, but his main thing is orange, right? The orange is all that orange armor you see.
Yeah, but the orange is the vibrant part. You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
It's the part that stands out. To me, the red stands out more than the yellow.
Well, yeah, because of their stuff. Yeah.
Because the yellow kind of blends in with the white. And looks like you would see on a suit.
Yeah.
His orange, it just stands out on that blue very badly.
They say that they're gonna have fruit common riders. Now they need to add one more, and it's not gonna be any normal fruit common rider. No, it's gonna be the tomato.
Oh, and in case you're wondering, yes, they are doing Legend Rider stuff. Like, for Wizard, they have rings that are the helmets of past riders. For these, apparently they're locks that have various riders on them. And apparently they give him different forms. Think about that for a second. The same thing, but now you have previous riders added into it. And these are legit toys we're getting. Legit toys we're getting. Because they hit that shit being released as actual toys. I shit you not. I know people may not be liking Wizard right now, but I'm excited for a Wizard finale, and I'm also excited for Catwood now, because I'm like, this shit's so ridiculous, I'm gonna love it. Because Kyoryuger's so ridiculous, too, because, I'm sorry, when the mentor character tells the heroes that in order to save the day, they must use their Megazord to bravely let one rip. In all seriousness, and the characters themselves even have to question this, I'm okay. And if you think I'm joking, I'm not. That is an episode of Kyoryuger. And that's why I love the show now. Because it just accepts that it's ridiculousness. It accepts that they have to samba dance before they henshin.
Oh no. I've got to injure you now.
Why?
I see Twilight in the making.
Why?
Team Baron, Team Gaimu.
Hey, it's got the rider behind Fate Zero. I don't think we're gonna end up with a shitty series.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think none of the riders are gonna start sparkling or nothing. So I think we're good.
No. Plus, we've already got a vampire rider. We're good. It's Kiva.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he don't sparkle.
No. No, he just gets stained glass tattoos.
Oh Jesus. We are horrible people, aren't we?
Depends on your definition of horrible.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Diamond coming out in a couple of months. Also, don't forget Wizard is having its finale, or really its finale run right now. Because they've dumped all aspects of a two-parter right now. And they're just going like episode per episode with the story. And they're just going to keep it going, and I am excited. I got a Wizard finale, I got this, I got Kyoryoger just having fun. And I am happy as a Toku fan.
Yeah, until we watch Decade.
Yeah.
Then all that kind of goes down the drain for that couple hours.
As long as Decade doesn't show up in the show, I won't care. If he does, I expect his ass to be handed to him.
Oh yeah, me too.
Wait, in what show?
Either.
Either one.
I'm waiting for. I'm
If
waiting
he
for
shows
one
up-
of their main powers is they pelt someone with fruit.
If he shows up in Gaimu, I really hope the orange falls and smacks him right in the face. But
Damn it.
Oh god.
But just to let you know, the green one, his main weapon's a gun.
Yeah. He gets to shoot grapes.
I don't know about the other two, but they all, I believe they all have at least a sword and whatever their weapon for their
Gaimu
fruit
has
is.
a gun. Gaimu has a gun. Look at the top picture above all the 5 riders. What's in his right hand? That is a gun. Look, there's a trigger right there.
No, that's a sword.
That is a trigger.
That's a
No,
sword.
that's a sword. That is a slice of orange.
No, not that in his left hand, in his right hand.
That is
No,
a
that's
sword.
his other sword.
He's got 2
That-
swords.
That looks like a gun, because look, there's a trigger thingy
He's
right
got
there.
2 swords.
There's a
Just because
trigger.
it has a trigger doesn't mean it's a gun. Excel sword has a trigger, and it's not a gun.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay.
Plus, I think they're all going to have very similar swords to that. Because I see White's got it, and I'm sure the rest do.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of dual wielding, which will probably also make me happy too, because I love me some dual wielding. As my love of Gokaiger didn't tell.
You know, you were talking about the green one having a gun.
Yeah.
Rider grape shooting.
It just writes itself at this point.
Yes! It does.
It's like I can watch an episode and I come up with it's like I looked through all this and I'm like, I got so much material already. It's like I do a season on this, but we run out of episodes.
Yeah, we would catch up on the episodes before they could push them out. That would be the bad thing.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my quick draw this week. Tell me what's yours.
Mine's actually going out to as I pull up the images, to something that I kind of tested out a while back, and these are not my pictures here, but yeah, I am willing to give this a shot, but it's essentially a mod for Minecraft, but it's server side. Instead of having what everyone is used to as far as bucket goes, this is Tekkit, which adds in a lot, as you can see in that one, a lot of different things.
Yeah, I've heard of this. I think it's more mechanical
It is.
with a lot of its stuff.
It is. And I honestly have no idea what I'm doing with it. That is one of
Honestly,
those
look.
things that
Yeah.
I'm thinking we ought to try to get a little server running and see what happens.
Yeah, even looking at this, I'm like, what in the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah.
I see.
That's
What?
Essentially, what a lot of it is for Tekkit is it's supposed to set it up more realistic.
what's with the squares though? Look at the squares. They're like no on the bottom. His inventory. It's like
That's just
Oh,
a skin he's got. I've actually got that, not a skin, a texture pack. Or resource pack if you go off of 1.6, but yeah.
What is this? Piping?
Yes.
That is cool.
You
I'm
have
gonna
all
take a
kinds
shot.
of piping and everything else there.
Is it like a water plant? Like a water treatment plant?
I honestly don't know. With
I
that second image there,
yeah.
I honestly don't know.
That's like my only guess. I'm like a water treatment plant for some reason. It looks like one because water
Yeah.
treatment plant's got pipes running all over the place for stuff, and I'm like, okay, you got water, got this like thing that's like maybe like shooting water out there after it's been treated. You got all these pipes and
Yeah.
I just look at this and go, I'm like, who the fuck designed this? Because I have no clue what it is.
The main reason why I'm kind of bringing this up is this is something that some of the Minecraft admins have kind of talked about trying to start something up. Personally, I find it overcomplicated.
Yeah, that's gonna make things interesting.
But
They
in the
may need
same
to-
aspect, I think if we could do something like that, it might open up Minecraft a bit.
I think y'all need to test it first before y'all automatically put it on Frag Nation.
Oh, I've done decided if we go with a Tekkit server, it is going to be a completely separate server because you have to have a special client to get into it.
I thought
You
so.
can't come
yeah.
straight in through Minecraft like you can with a bucket server
Yeah.
Jesus.
because of all of this.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement when you're saying overly complicated. Oh God, I
It
don't
doesn't-
even know where this thing begins.
It doesn't look as bad when you're actually playing it, but
looking at this,
It looks
this,
so
only knowing
complicated.
what you can do in bucket, that is like, whoa.
well, you're saying realistic, and I'm like, what, what? Okay, what can I think of that would be realistically used in this game? And that's how I came up with water treatment plant. And even then, I'm like, I don't know.
That's a lot of piping.
The plumber's nightmare.
No,
No, that's Mario's nightmare right there. Just seeing all this plumbing going everywhere, and he's like, oh God. And there's like a leak, and he's like, I don't know where to begin. Oh, just, dear God.
Yeah.
That thing, I'm guessing, like a smelter? Because I'm like, silver, copper, like smelt stuff?
Where at?
The first image.
I don't entirely know on this. I think it is stuff along those lines. There again, I have no idea. That would be one of those we would have to just get a server and kind of play with it.
Yeah, but maybe it's a...
Possibly smith positions?
No, maybe it's like a block maker. Like it takes like like silver pieces and copper pieces and builds it into a block and sends it down this conveyor belt to be shot up.
It kind of looks
down.
like what you were saying to begin with, like a smolder kind of deal, where it's getting the minerals, bringing it
And
in,
then making
and
them
then
at that
making
spot.
it into stuff.
Yeah. Something is like, maybe this is like a conveyor belt that goes up and it shoots out boards somewhere in the background.
Look at the top. Look at the top of the first picture. He has a map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a mod.
Which you can actually get
okay.
a mod like that for vanilla Minecraft.
Yeah. You can get a mod where you can not only get a map, but you can also set up your own waypoints. Because a guy I watch on YouTube actually had the mod for, I don't remember what it is, but it was a mod that added in a whole bunch of new creatures that kick the shit out of you.
And see, that's the thing with Tekkit. You've got a lot of those mods added in. Not the more complicated ones like you were saying about the monsters, but you got like the map and various other things like that.
Yeah, probably a whole lot of resources, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was talking about was like a whole new adventure pack with like monsters, resources, different realms you can hop into after beating bosses to get items, and like
Huh.
pretty much taking like what Minecraft is and going, we're gonna add in new worlds and new enemies.
Huh.
Like
Wait, look in the background of the first picture. What the heck is that? The red.
the like just under the like the name thing, like the waypoint.
Yeah, it looks like it's floating blood, like going up into the air.
It's some more railing and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's girders.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, that
I
that
would I would say it's like foundation work for a structure, maybe. Because I when I look at that, I'm like, oh, that's girders. I don't know why I'm using the word girder. It's probably watching too much Worms because of panic girder.
But yeah, this is just a thought right now. Nothing's in stone.
Yeah, this would be kind of difficult to do.
The bad thing is there's people out there that know Tekkit inside and out.
I know one person I watched was on a Ticket server, I believe, but I've never seen something that complex when I checked in. I thought it was just like, you know, like an industrial era, like doing a lot of industrial era items, like a lot of mechanical stuff, adding that to Minecraft. You know how there's not that much mechanical in
Yeah,
Minecraft? It's a lot more medieval.
yeah.
That's what I thought Ticket was. I thought it was like a whole lot of mechanical stuff being added to Minecraft.
Pretty much it is. That's why I kind of used the term more realistic.
Yeah.
Because it is closer to our time frame. But even with it, it still is kind of back quite a few years.
Yeah. That it for you?
Yep.
Lark, your quick draws.
Okay, for me, we are going back to for the first one, a game that you guys didn't really feel wowed about. Other
Multiplayer,
than the
yes.
multiplayer.
Multiplayer, yes. Single player, not so much.
Hold on, my Internet Explorer is acting stupid. I realize that it's not responding. Thank you for telling me that. I won't do anything. Peace, can you start reading for me?
Alright, Battlefield 4's battle log features in-game tablet internet. Pretty much it's doing what a lot of other companies are doing, is integrating tablets and mobile devices into gaming for stuff. I'm gonna look through here.
Looks like most of it is set up towards using a lot of the stuff that the battle log
Yeah,
for BF3 uses.
yeah, loadouts, browse servers, stats of their friends.
Leaderboards.
Yeah, own custom missions between friends. Setting up challenges to see who can blow up the most enemy vehicles and around as an example. Who's it?
Pretty much just linking Battlelog with mobile devices, which is similar to, didn't Bungie do something like that?
With oh yeah, with Waypoint, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of that
And
stuff
then,
is in
well,
Waypoint.
Microsoft did it, my bad.
Yeah,
Because that really didn't take off till Microsoft took it over.
yeah, 343 really was behind all that from the get-go. But I don't think Bungie ever touched Waypoint. I
No.
think that was all 343.
I don't know. I thought Bungie did touch it at the very beginning, and then 343 ran with it.
Maybe I don't know. I know Rooster Teeth is on Waypoint because the Red vs. Blue stuff is up there a lot.
I know 343 is the main push behind Waypoint anyhow.
Yeah.
And Waypoint did something similar to how they're wanting to do Battle Log.
Yeah. Okay, here's my thing about this, and it has to deal with the Wii U. You know how a lot of companies are doing this whole tablet integration and mobile device integration?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many companies realize they can do this exact same thing on the Wii U and no one needs another device? The Wii U is built for this.
Yeah.
Like this whole second screen experience, that's what the Wii U is built for.
Yeah.
What in
Actually.
the hell?
And the Wii U went back to the controllers, so I mean, why can't Battlefield 4 acknowledge that and take all of it home?
Yes. I mean, it's not as graphically powered as the other two, but this whole second screen experience that everyone seems to be doing right now can be done on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
And done a lot better
Literally.
because they've already got the tablet.
Yes! You can build it in, you can integrate it a lot more than just a single app.
And you could do it similar to how the PC version of BF3 is set up. It's launched directly through Battlelog. I mean, instead of having Battlefield 3 being launched through Battlelog for the Wii U, have the Battlelog be launched from Battlefield 3.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that until after, I think it was like after E3. I was watching a show and it got pointed out. It was brought up in the show. And I'm like, of course. Wow.
It essentially is just a tablet.
Yes.
But no
It-
one's really
oh,
touching it.
wow.
Not like it should be anyhow.
I just couldn't believe that because I'm like, yeah, there's. Ugh. What the hell? Nobody is. It's like people don't want to develop for the Wii U, but they're more than happy to do the thing the Wii U can do normally on other consoles.
With other devices.
Yes. I just couldn't believe that when I realized it. I'm like, wow. Either that speaks to the companies or to Nintendo or to both. I don't know which. Either the companies are just missing out on this thing the Wii U can do. Either Nintendo is not bringing this thing up to these companies who are obviously doing this, or they both are they're both doing that. And neither one of them realize it.
Okay. Is everybody done talking about this one?
Are you done talking about it?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Alright. My next one is something that caught my eye because I did not know this was in the making.
Oh, what, the Warcraft film?
A Warcraft movie.
That don't surprise me out of Blizzard.
That's been in development for at least 3 years because I heard it 3 years ago.
I did not know this though.
That's because you heard about it 3 years ago and ain't nobody talked about it since. Because that's what happens to video games movies these days. They can get the idea going, but for a lot of them, they just kind of like shit the bed quick.
How about try 06 is when it was announced.
Okay, far older than
As
that.
a fantasy series, but I mean still.
Okay, never mind. Wow, it was far older than I thought. Wow.
Yeah, that's 7 years. Because it was announced at E3 of 06.
The Warcraft film is believed to have a budget that exceeds $100 million. It starts
That's
filming
90
early.
million less than Pacific Rim. That's got a budget of 190.
Wow.
Yeah,
It starts filming early next year and is intended to release in cinemas in 2015.
oh dear fuck.
What?
It's been in development for 7 years?
Yeah, 7 years.
7 years, and now they're filming?
Yeah.
That is
They're not even
ridiculous
filming
for
now. They're waiting until the beginning of 14.
Oh dear God. Avengers 3 is going to be out at this point. No, Avengers 2 is going to be out at this point. Because Avengers 2 comes out, what, 2015?
Oh,
Somewhere around 2015, yeah.
I am
oh
checking.
dear Lord.
Crap. It just caught my eye, and I'm just like, wait, a Warcraft movie? Huh?
Yes, 2015! May 1st, 2015 is when Avengers 2 comes out.
Crap.
We're
Jesus.
going to be through phase 2 of the Marvel movie universe by the time this film may come out. May.
Yeah, because that's only intended date.
Yeah.
That don't mean that it will happen.
Sounds like this movie's gone through the same developmental hell the Halo film went through.
Yeah.
And that got canned after a while. And that was supposed to have a game tie-in. And I had Peter Jackson on that one.
Yeah, didn't Peter Jackson just say, screw it, I'm done?
I have no clue.
Of course,
I,
I give Microsoft credit for not trying to pursue that one.
Because that went nowhere quick.
Well, I don't think it would have got as good of support, and even if it did, by the time it came out, people probably would have started griping about it.
Yeah. So they started small and now they're working up. Which seems to be working.
but what the heck did they do all this freaking time?
Well, it
Oh,
looks
God
to me
knows.
like the original director kind of just dropped out claiming that they mismanaged the film. So I would venture to say they kind of had their priorities in the wrong order for this movie.
It sounds like developmental hell.
Yeah.
Where nobody know what to do with the film. And it's stuck in limbo
And
for
that's
7 years.
And that's the problem when you take game designers that want to try to make a film that don't exactly work out.
Because
And
game designers don't exactly start from the beginning, do they?
They do, but they don't, and the way they break it up, you might have one person that writes the entire story idea of it, but then you've got teams working on each part of it.
Yeah.
The writing it part, that just gives them an outline of where they need to go.
Yeah.
Every group has to make every detail of it.
Yeah.
So when you're taking one group that has to come up with every detail of everything, that's where they fumble.
Yeah. Like some designers will work on for instance, some designers will work on one level while some designers work on another level, and some designers may be doing designs for this character while some designers are working on another character. Just how it's broken down.
Every little piece of everything is broke down to someone else doing it. Every kind of tree may be made by one group. Every kind of grass or ground or anything like that may be one group. Skies. Every little piece of it's broke down.
Yeah.
Whereas with a movie, it's all tied together. You've got to think of all of that as you're going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother mindset there.
And here's another question. Is this live action or is this animated? That's gonna make it even...
If they're filming, it's live action.
I would hope it would be a combination of both.
That's gonna make it a little bit more difficult then.
Animated films don't film, they create. You don't you don't film an animated film.
But I mean,
Create an animated.
look, they say start filming, and then he says he gets to create a world. So, I mean,
That's a blanket term. That's just a term people
okay.
filmmakers use. You're creating a world to be no matter what process you're doing, you're creating a world.
Yeah.
But filming means you're doing live action.
I would hope they would do a combination of both, because there is some things in Warcraft that it would be hard to do live action.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, but it would be live action with CGI. Like a very pretty, dull film.
Yeah.
Know what film I'm talking about? Bravo. But I also want to say, companies don't want to just let filmmakers do whatever they want. Otherwise, you end up with the Super Mario Brothers film, and we all know how bad that film can be.
That one went to an all new level of horror.
And I'm sure the Resident Evil films are just the same. I'm sure Capcom is in no way, shape, or form in charge of anything in that film, in that film series.
The Resident Evil films weren't that bad, though.
But they are in no way a representation of the series.
Oh, no, not at all.
No. If you tell me that one guy is Leon S. Kennedy, no. Not. I've played 2 games with him in it. I think I know the character, and he's not it. And Alice doesn't exist.
My one thing is, I'm okay with them making this movie, as long as they don't screw it up, like the other people did with Alone in the Dark.
And also, I'll be honest, Resident Evil's continuity, I swear, is fucked out the ass. I don't know what the fuck's up with their continuity, but I swear it doesn't work. Like, I think from 1 to 2 we're okay. From 3, it's like, alright. And then you start going on from there, it's like, wait, what the fuck? Because things stop making sense. I know I'm saying that about the Resident Evil films, but it could at least try to be in continuity with its previous films. But it's not. I swear they're all separate stories at this point. But that your quick draw this week?
Yeah, that was my quick draw. They both caught my eye.
Alright then. I'll pretty much do it this week for a little bit, like a 2, almost 3 hour episode.
Try almost 4 hour.
Okay, almost 4 hours. Yeah, almost 4 hour mark. Oh yeah, 4.5. Yeah, 4 hours. So if you've been wanting a big topic, you got it. Plus a whole lot more.
Yeah.
But for Clark, for Tommy, I am Peace. Night, everybody. See you tomorrow night for another wonderful viewing of Decado. Oh, we are going to have fun tomorrow.
Why? What happens tomorrow?
The Shinkenger crossover. At least half of the show will be good.
Don't know how far I'd go with that.
I don't either.
Well, we all know what half of this crossover is going to be good. Anyway, night everybody. See you then.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon on our site, tgstgsr.dymdns.org. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Our Twitter account is @tgsaloon, and on Facebook you can find us at facebook.com/thegaming-saloon. Don't forget we're listed on YouTube. You can find us at youtube.com/user/tgsaloon. Till next time.